there's a couple things I wanted to talk to you about today. I actually already made a video of this, but I went on for way too long, so I'm trying this again rather than having to sit and clip, because I hate cutting and clipping. It takes me too long. Yesterday I went to church for the first time since Mother's Day. Our oldest got the privilege of giving a talk in sacrament meeting. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Mormon Church, in the Mormon Church, the clergymen aren't paid. And on Sundays, the congregational meeting involves having speakers that the bishopric is chosen out of the congregation. You get about a 2 weeks notice to prepare a talk on a particular topic that they give you. And our oldest, being 13, had never given a talk, and it's customary for them to start getting talks once they enter the young men's and young women's programs. So he got assigned a talk, and he wrote the thing himself. He did a pretty good job putting it together. Just had a few suggestions for him, but so he wanted me to be at church to see him with his first talk, and it was kind of a blessing in disguise, because as I was getting ready for church yesterday, I discovered that most of my dress shirts don't fit me any longer. The testosterone has increased the diameter of my neck, and so most of my shirts were too tight. I couldn't even get the first button buttoned. So I went from a 14.5 was my favorite size, but most of my shirts were 15s because it's hard to find a 14.5. And I can't fit in a 15 anymore. This is a 15.5 to 16 here. So fortunately I had a couple of shirts that were 16-inch. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a shirt to wear to church yesterday. And not only did my shirts not fit, but my favorite tie doesn't fit me any longer. Before, when my neck was so small, I ended up finding a teen-size tie, because full-sized men's ties drowned me trying to, do a full Windsor to try and suck up as much into the knot. It looked bulky, and it didn't look right. So I had a teen size tie, and it doesn't fit me anymore either. I tried tying that and having the length right. To have the length right for the front of the tie, the back portion of the tie is this little tiny 2-inch Mickey Mouse tail of a tie. So I had to actually retire that tie and get out one of my full-size ties, and it fits me great. So it's amazing what a little testosterone does in changing the size of your neck. Holy cow. But our oldest did a really good job in church, and most everybody either ignored or treated me with respect, so I had no complaints. It was painful sitting through the rest of the meeting, but our oldest did a good job. But it was a good thing that I discovered my shirt dilemma yesterday, because today was the day I had scheduled to go in and have my name officially changed from Celeste to Seth. And so that was scheduled at 10 o'clock or 10:30, and since I already went through the rigmarole of figuring out what shirts I couldn't wear yesterday, it was really easy to get up and get dressed and get going. Got to court and ended up sitting for 2 hours listening to the cases that were being held before mine. They were running over. They were taking longer than they expected. But holy cow, most of the cases that I had to sit through while waiting for my turn were child custody cases. Cases where the mother's an addict, and so grandma's got the child, or their father's out of state, hadn't been paying child support, started paying child support, caught up on child support, and now wants custody of the child because he started paying child support. And I mean, it was incredible. And you know what's most interesting? Every single case involved heterosexual couples. Holy cow! I'm just floored. I thought for sure, with everything that I've been hearing from the news media concerning gay marriage, that these would be gay people up there fighting for kids, because they're the ones that are ruining families, not the heterosexuals. So, maybe we ought to start a campaign encouraging heterosexual couples to get married before they have children, and or support the children if they decide they can't stay married together, and or stay off of crack stay off of heroin, do what's right for your kids. Holy shtick. It was just appalling to me. There was one case with 2 sets of grandparents that one set of grandparents had custody of the kids. The children's mother would go through her mother to get permission to go see her kids. It was ludicrous. I just can't believe that so much grief is being given to gay and lesbian couples who just want to legitimize their relationship and their family when we've got cases like this out there. Anyway, so I'm off my soapbox. It was amazing. Anyway, so my turn comes, and the courtroom is packed, and he calls me up by my female name, and so I'm walking up there, Celeste Marie, and I'm not going to share my last name. I'm trying to stay a little bit anonymous, but so Celeste Marie comes up looking and sounding like a guy with a tie and a shirt, and the court had been full of a lot of people whispering and shuffling, and it was dead silence when I went up. And he asked me to state my name for the court records, and I said my legal name is Celeste Marie, and my last name. And he looked at me, and then he looked down at his paper and started shuffling through the papers for a second, and then it was like a light went on in his eyes. He probably hadn't perused beforehand to know why I was changing my name, but I clearly stated on my paperwork that I was changing gender. Anyway, so after that, he never referred to me as she. He always referred to me as this person. He's all, okay, so this person is wanting to change their name to Seth M, and my last name, and he's all, I just want to state for the court that we have received this person's background records, and they're clean. There's nothing there to worry about. I just have to ask you for the record, are you doing this for fraudulent purposes? And I said no. And he said, okay, great. Well, I can change your name for you, and your birth date is November 5th, 1971. Well, I can't change your birth date for you, but I can change your name for you. And he signs it, and that got a chuckle from the lawyers that were sitting at their table. Kind of lightened the mood, but it was quiet. It was kind of, I just wanted to get the heck out of there. I got my paper and I left. Don't want to sit there under the scrutiny of everybody that realized what just went on. But anyway, so after that I went and I got my driver's license changed, and then I went over to the Social Security Administration building to get that changed. And just a piece of advice for those of you that are in the state of Michigan, I don't know how this works in other states, but if you do get your name legally changed, go to Social Security first, because if you go to the driver's license division first, the Secretary of State, they will clip your card and staple it to the temporary driving permit that you get until you get your official license in the mail. And Social Security doesn't recognize that. So if I'd gone to Social Security first, I could have changed my Social Security card without a problem and then gone over and changed my driver's license. But there was nothing they said they could do for me because I had the stupid paper copy stapled onto my license, which was clipped. So anyway, one of those stupid bureaucracy rules. I mean, anyway. So if you're in the state of Michigan, Social Security first, then driver's license. Everybody was courteous to me. I tried to sneak the gender marker change in at the driver's license division. The paperwork I filled out, I checked male instead of female, and she, the lady that was helping me, she was too quick for me to pull that on her. She asked if I had any documentation for that, and I had to concede that I did not. And so she looked up the code in her rule book and showed me what the rules state so that I know exactly what I need when I come back next time. And I don't even need a court order to change my driver's license. All I need is a doctor's letter saying that I'd had the surgeries to change that. Anyway, so I got to wrap this up, but take care, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.